Hey everybody, it's Ben the Coin Geek. Thanks for coming today for some Arizona women's basketball. Just got through with the BYU game, a cat fight at the McHale Center, and your Arizona Wildcats beat the BYU Cougars 75-72. And thank you to the over 6,000 fans. I'm trying to remember what they announced, 6,504, something like that. The highest attendance of the year after coming off of an 0-3 start in the conference and a bad loss at Texas Tech, and here comes this Wildcat team, and man, did they play really well tonight, and really earned a hard-fought victory against the BYU Cougar team that has a couple wins. They've got ASU under their belt and UCF, University of Central Florida, who we play Saturday. They have a loss to TCU, and now the Arizona Wildcats, so that's good. And the BYU team has just a lot of talent. This is a team that came in more physically athletic than us, larger than us. A lot of discipline across the board there, great shooters. And our game plan was executed by the players so well. Coach had a really short bench again this game, but at times you can tell why. Like, they were just firing on all cylinders. Michaela Purdue starts, plays 40 minutes, goes 2 of 11 from the field, a little bit off, 2 for 6 from the three-point line, 7 of 8 at the free throw line, though, so she still ended up with 13 points, and definitely was effective out there because the other team was paying a lot of attention to her on defense. Really spreads the court out when they're going to have a defender who's just going to go ahead and be out, having to stay out of the lane, right? And so really a nice job of her playing 40 minutes. Then your other starters, Cornfield played 38 minutes until she fouled out. Samaya Segapong, 37 minutes. Nora Francois, 37 minutes. And Danielle Welch, 34 minutes. We got, for the bigs, Blessing at a Banjo and Achola Magat both came in at the end of the first half for a special play. They just played for about a minute each, less than that, and Denia Trammell getting 4 minutes in there, giving Nora Francois some time off. But Nora Francois played so well. 9 of 12 from the field for 21 points, 4 rebounds, 5 assists. Would have had a couple more. We had 5 assists, 5 steals. That stat line is fantastic. And then that doesn't really show up even 2 blocks. Doesn't even show up all the stuff that she did on the court defensively. She was a hustle machine. It was good to have someone play defense as aggressively, effectively as she did. And basically BYU's offense is predicated on a lot of screens at the top of the key. And so coach was like, hey, we got to jump all these screens, right? And that is something, because you can play screens different ways. You can switch. There's lots of things you can do. And the game plan was, hey, we're going to jump all these screens, which will leave someone wide open, which means your guards had to dash into the middle of the court in the paint to be there, and then so that they just have a wide open pass to the pick and roll on a pick and roll situation. But then as soon as the ball was moving somewhere else, they had to get their butts back to the corner to guard a three-point shot, which, by the way, it felt like BYU was never going to miss. They made a lot of their three-pointers shooting from the corner there. Overall, BYU was 9 of 25 from the three-point line, but it felt like they made every shot they took, honestly. Their field goal percentage, 24-55 for 44%. They out-rebounded us 41-28, but also we turned them over 27 times. They had 27 turnovers to their 16 assists. We were 18 assists and 18 turnovers. And so, man, we turned them over a lot. And I'm sure the coach is going to have a lot of film to look at. And I guarantee you that there's going to be a lot of people that are going to watch the film and see what Arizona did and say, hey, let's do the same thing on defense. I was a little surprised that BYU didn't really change up their offense the whole game. That was something that was a little bit unusual watching them play. I thought they would go to a slightly different look, but they run what they run they are effective against lots of people, and it's some teams that's just what they're going to do, and it's hard sometimes to change a game plan in the middle of the game. Oh boy! So what else happened here at this game? Free throws, lots of free throws, right? They were 15 of 25, BYU. So this is a 3-point win, 75-72. We go 30 of 33 from the free throw line, which is an incredible number. They only shoot 15 of 25, which, of course, they'll look at all of that and say, coulda, woulda, shoulda, 3-point win. Hey, we made the free throws. They didn't. BYU also pressed pretty much the whole game. Arizona went to, I don't know if it's a bag of tricks, but I haven't seen many teams do this, but legally you could throw the ball inbounds from out of bounds to someone else out of bounds along the baseline. But that is only legal, apparently, after a made basket. So coming out of a timeout, or I think out of a foul situation where the ref is spotting the ball, you're not allowed to do it. So we had a turnover because of that. We actually did a couple. Well, we only did it one time. There's another turnover where our other player didn't get out of bounds all the way. So when we threw the ball to them, they touched it from inbounds coming out of bounds, and so that's a turnover. It was pretty interesting to see us do that. So coach had the ball handlers in pretty much the whole game. Nora Francois, we already talked about her incredible game. Sumaya Sengapong, what a great game after having, not getting as many minutes on the road this last week. 4 of 11 from the field, not the best shooting percentage. 1 of 6 from three-point land. She was taking some pretty good open looks, but one of them was just an absolute doozy. She tied the game up with a three-pointer from the top of the key with, I think, about a minute and a half left in the game, maybe 2 minutes. She goes 9 of 9 at the free throw line, including just absolutely icing the game for us. 3 rebounds, a couple of assists, 3 steals, and really overall impacted the game really well. Norlani Cornfield out there, when she is really throwing the ball around and getting assists, just the team is so much better. She had 10 points, 2 of 10 shooting, but 6 of 7 from the line, 3 rebounds, 10 assists. She had 8 turnovers, a little bit high, but also some of those aren't her fault. I mean, some of those are you getting some passes down and people aren't really, used to her passes still. But still, the effort was there the whole game. They executed the plan perfectly. Daniela Welch, 4 of 8 from the field, 5 of 5 from the free throw line, 14 rebounds. Hello. And really at the end of the game especially, she's like our only athletic guard out there, if you will. I mean, she can really get up. And, her and Francois, I mean, Francois only had 3 rebounds. She's a little bit bigger. But also, I mean, she was making all of her shots. But what a great game, great execution. That home cooking was really good. And one of the things that I heard coming out of a timeout, either it was out of a timeout, it might have been the beginning of the second half, coach says to the team, set the tone. I was a little bit worried about them getting gassed. There was a couple minutes where they just looked out of sorts. And boy, I mean, we were up a little bit, and then BYU went on like a 14-5 run. And I thought, here goes. But to their credit, to Arizona's credit, they regrouped and refocused and really gritted out a good win. So here we come in to Saturday's game. We're going to be playing against UCF. This is a game that I said was a must-win game for us. I still think that it is a must-win game for us. I think that that Central Florida team is not as good as we are. Their leading scorer is dropping 18 points a game and getting close to 3 assists a game. But they're 8-6 overall, 0-3 in the conference. And you really want to beat the teams that it feels like are already going to be beneath you in the conference. They play Arizona State on the 7th. Their losses are to this BYU team we just played, 71-50. Texas Tech, 73-55. So they played Texas Tech closer than we did. Kansas, they lost 83-68. Kansas probably in that upper third upper half, the upper half of the conference. I don't know about upper third. We'll see where it all ends up. The Big 12 has got a lot of stuff heavy at the top. So, anyways, thanks for being here as always. Bear down, and we will catch you after that Central Florida game. Come down to McHale Center, support the kids, enjoy. They get all the energy in the world from us. Let's show some pride, Tucson, because hey, like all these Big 12 schools coming to town don't know what's happening, and they're going to hit, they get to see McHale Center and be like, how is this team packing in 6,000, 7,000 people? Well, it's because Tucson's an awesome place. That's how. All right, we'll see you down at the McHale Center.